Hello and welcome to another episode of Pacific Gamers Club podcast. Today I'm joined again by Noe and Nathan and a newcomer Ravi. And we have a good show planned out for today. Going to be talking about some Ghost of Tsushima because I just recently platinumed the game. And we're going to be talking about Destiny 2 with Ravi and talking about the games that were shown at the DC fandom event and also the upcoming Gamescom event that is coming this weekend. It's going to be Thursday in the US and it's going to be Friday for the folks living in Fiji. And before we begin, I just want to give a brief insight into who Ravi is and what his gaming roots are. So you know what, Ravi, just take it away. Tell us about how you started gaming and what maybe some of your favorite games.
All right. So my gaming life started, very young. I think my first game was they used to sell this cartridge which had like 100+ games, like Contra, Super Mario, Duck Hunt was in it, and other games in it, right? So that was my first startup. And I was introduced to Super Nintendo, and then I personally owned Nintendo 64. So there was a bunch of favorite games in there: Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2, and James Bond, and many others. And then I bought myself PlayStation 1, right? So that was like, Mack knows what kind of games were on PlayStation, around CTR and other plenty games. And then PS2. So basically every game that came out every time. So PlayStation 2, I own PlayStation 3.
But you were also into a lot of the JRPGs, right? Back then, or are you more into them now?
Yeah, I'm more into JRPGs, first-person shooter. Some racing games, sports games. I have a few variety.
Yeah, I know. Ravi plays more games than I do. So that's if there's any inclination that this guy is
any game that if I see a trailer of a game and I like it, I pre-order it and finish it 2-3 days.
He's a true gamer.
True gamer, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You actually have a quite similar story to Nitz and Philip had from last episode. They also got the game with 1,000 games in it with all the cartridges. So that's where they started off as well. So yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us. Also, I didn't properly thank you at the start. So yeah, thanks for joining us. So yeah, you know what? Let's get to the main show and talk about Ghost of Tsushima. So before I begin, Noah, you weren't able to platinum Ghost of Tsushima, right?
Nah, sadly, nah, couldn't.
How far did you get?
I probably I finished every side quest. The main mission. It's just the collectibles now. Yeah, it was just the collectibles now. If probably by next month when I get a fresh patch of data, then probably I'll download it again, and then I'll probably go for the platinum. But at the moment, I'm out of data, man.
So is it still your game of the year?
Yeah, it is. Definitely, it is my game of the year.
So I platinumed the game. Overall, I did enjoy the game a lot. I think it's so incredible. I took 385 screenshots, maybe more now since I took some more after that one. So many videos. Oh man, it's just you walk around in that game, it's just like a living painting. It's incredible. It doesn't seem like it's a PS4 game. It seems like a PS5 game, and yeah, it's crazy. So I got to Act 3, and it probably was the least favorite part of the game for me. Act 3, I kind of started not liking as much. Because Act 3, I want to be less spoilers. But Act 3 was almost shorter than all the other acts in the game because it was just the final stretch, right? It's just you maybe have one mission left if you did all the side quests of the side characters. They'll probably just have one quest for you to do. You do those, and it's just the final main missions left. And one of the things that I didn't like, it was just all ice because you're going you're more mountainside, so you lose all those amazing colors that you've been spoiled by for the first two acts. Yeah, So I mean, still it was like fun to play. Like enemies got harder, all that stuff still there. Just the it lost less. It got less appealing as I went on, and the end of Act 3, I was just trying to finish it.
So let's finish the game.
Yeah, but the right to platinum was fun. The right to platinum was fun, but I had to look up a map too because there were some collectibles that were just so hidden, and like getting rid of the fog on the map is so difficult because you have to go to every inch to like spread out the map, even if you're wearing the traveler's attire.
The traveler's attire, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, but still, like,
what
fun game.
Did it ever, like, your perspective of the game before you like when you're 10 hours in to now, has it changed?
No. I mean, as I said, it was just Act 3, but it wasn't too long that I got too tired of it. The perspective is still the same. I think it's the best game by Sucker Punch. I think it's one of the most fun open world games as well. Still have some issues with I did have some issues with the pacing, and some of the cutscenes were like weird, or the lines of dialogues got really weird at the end. Otherwise, I think it's still solid. I think it's so much potential to be better. It just reminds me of Days Gone, like Days Gone, not a perfect game, but it had a lot of good things there that can be made better with if they make another one, that kind of sort of thing. And I think the way how the game ends, it's much more where the game ends is it is like room for a future sequel or whatever. So another like less spoiler, but did you choose the kill option or the spare option?
Kill. It was
Kill?
kill. Because it's honor.
So honor. So I did the opposite. I chose spare at the end.
Oh damn.
Because I find it because at the end I think Jin kind of like lets go of his samurai traditions, and it's not what he would do, and I like it because it's a good moral standing until the end of it. But and I went and watched like both endings. They were like all good, like they made sense either way. So which
Okay,
is
I didn't know like the other ending, the spare ending, but then I guess if you did the spare him ending, I'm guessing that he wouldn't like it.
I thought that as well, but it wasn't as
okay.
as bad as I thought it would be. So
Okay.
and surprisingly, if you do the kill ending, you wake up at night, right? It's night and you're in the white armor. I did the spare ending and I woke up in the day and I was closer to the temple, and it felt like the kill ending was like a bad ending or something, because the spare ending is much more nice. It's like it's beautiful. Jin is at peace and you have a red armor instead of the white. So so it's interesting.
Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad.
Oh, no, the kill end is much more emotional. Well, anyway, so I mean, I just want to give my final thoughts on Ghost of Tsushima because two of our guests have not played it at all. That's again like Sucker Punch coming from Infamous and going to this is such a like a different move, knee jerk, like 180. Yep. But they did such a good job. They have the passion. The soundtrack was amazing. The combat was fun throughout. The game just looked beautiful whenever you're playing it. And I think it's probably my top 3 games of the year so far. I'm wondering if it'll change after like Cyberpunk and stuff comes out, but it's up there. Yeah. So, okay, and now we'll actually go on to Ravi, because Ravi, as you probably don't know, Ravi is a very enthusiastic Destiny 2 player. Because he's probably put in thousands of hours into Destiny.
Probably, yeah.
So have you, sorry, Ravi, remind me, did you play Destiny 1?
No, I haven't, but some of my friends do tell me, Ravi, you gotta play Destiny 1, man. I'm like, yeah, man, but I got so much like games on my list to play. Like,
I mean,
The
going back to
Ghost,
Destiny
like the
1.
Ghost game, you guys already played in Platinum. Like, I still have to play that, so that's on my list to
But
play games.
one thing, Ravi, is like if you do get Ghost, it's not a game you need to like keep on, sit down and play 10 hours off. It's like also a
Yeah.
game you can just play 2 hours off, play Destiny, come back. It's, it doesn't require your full attention all the time. So we actually started playing Destiny 2 together on PS4, Ravi, because I played Destiny 1, so I was excited about Destiny 2.
See,
Go
Mack,
ahead.
you introduced Destiny 2 to me, right? I remember. So I was like, okay, Destiny 2, what is it? You like, it's a first-person shooter. I'm like, okay. We started. I think did we play only season 1 together? Or?
Yeah, we played season 1 together.
Yeah, so season 1, and I saw the campaign. I was liking the gameplay, story, and I was like, damn, what is this shit? And then I kept playing. You guys bailed to play other games, and I kept playing. And this latest season is season 11. It's called Season of Arrivals. So you can see from season 1 to season 11, I've been still playing that shit.
So and not only that, this guy played Destiny 2 on PS4. Then did you restart on PC and then, or did you carry over your stuff?
So I think when did I think on season 10 I think I started on PC. But once I did, season 10 wasn't the best season they released. Bungie, it was for me when I started playing the first 3 weeks, I was bored. Like it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't.
I think this
good.
was also the time they broke off from Activision, right? And Bungie was
yes,
also figuring out how they're gonna move forward. So
So I told Mac, oh, I'm quitting. I'm like, I had enough. Please do not
bullshit.
Let me play this game again. I was like telling Mac, just if I want to go back, just stop me. But then I saw the trailer for season 11. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I said, okay, I'll just play a few days, just play some story a little bit. And I started playing. Okay, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month gone, still playing it. So yeah, from my perspective, I think season 11, Bungie has step up their game, like compared to other seasons. Oh, one thing they did is they introduced a fresh new campaign style, which was very, very, very good. It was like fresh new map, fresh new story. Or they introduced this dungeon, which was mind blowing. Like if you need to see a trailer of this, it's called Prophecy Dungeon. Even though you not play Destiny, just watch it on YouTube.
It's like dungeon different from raids and strikes.
Yeah, it's different. It's like there's there were many previous dungeons called Shattered Throne in season 7, 8, 9 or something, and Pit of Heresy. That's another dungeon. But this dungeon, the puzzles were really good. It introduces a very entertaining puzzle in this dungeon. The boss fight was intense boss fight. So I like that introduction of Bungie's bringing in.
Don't remind me of the boss fights, man.
So yeah,
those raids and the strikes you get to the
those raids you remember nothing what they have introduced. So
I'm sure I've been played for a long time. I'm sure there's many changes.
So if people haven't played Destiny 2, it's free to play in all systems, PS4, PC. So
Okay, I just want to say, like, this guy is so crazy. No way. Like, there's 3 classes in Destiny, right? You get the Hunter, the Titan, and the Warlock. Yeah. This guy has them all maxed out.
Yeah.
All high level gear.
Exactly.
And the one gear, like we were talking about before we started the show, was they're doing the season 11, and there's like a grind. It's a grind to get these gears, and he's got all those gears for all of his characters, and it's insane. Like he's probably has thousands of hours logged into Destiny, exactly. and like Bungie, they've made some okay games in the past. Jokes.
Careful.
I mean, Bungie. One thing Bungie gets right is the shooting. Like Destiny always feels fun to shoot all those weapons, and like how jumpy it is, all the abilities. So And I think Destiny has a much more exciting future right now since they're not tied to Activision, and Bungie is also doing like another game. It's supposed to be like single player stuff, so that's gonna be also gonna be exciting. So like
Yeah.
Ravi, you planning on stopping anytime soon with Destiny 2, or you
No,
got
man.
no?
I already purchased season 12 DLC, which is coming out in November.
November. Okay.
So I saw the trailer of it, man. I was like it's not the element of ice. So I'm kind of like, okay. I saw this one magic trick that did was like they made a platforms from ice. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, I was like hooked. I'm like, okay, time to pre-order.
Man,
So yeah, I'm ready for it, man.
I wish I had that kind of loyalty or just like the interest. I don't know. For me, all these games like Destiny and Apex or whatever, I play
Hey,
and I'm like really into them, and then I just drop off. I drop hard, never go back.
hey, but
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have personally played some other games, like Final Fantasy VII. I platinum it. I think I was the first fella to platinum in Fiji. Not bragging. Uh,
Not flex,
uh,
not flex.
yeah, and played Death Stranding. It's not for everybody, but personally, I love that game.
Hmm,
Um,
haven't been in it,
and some,
man. Shit.
yeah, and some, yeah, and there's some other games that
Uh,
when Steam sales and whatever, I try to get the bargain.
what's the last JRPG you finished?
Um, Dang, what was it?
Oh, it's Trials of Mana, right? Was it Trials of
Yeah,
Mana?
Trials of Mana. I played that, and that was fun. Um, it had a nice storyline. Yeah, gameplay was nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Dragon Quest is about to come out on Xbox Game Pass, and I'm like, I think it's gonna be coming out in December. I think that's
oh
gonna
man,
be fun.
I think I played. Is that the one you're talking about? The Dragon
11,
Quest
yeah, yeah,
11?
the
Yeah,
one you played, yeah.
yeah. I played it on PlayStation 4. I also played it on PC. So yeah,
Oh, you
jumping
finished
from.
Persona? Did you finish Persona, Ravi?
Uh,
Oh, come on, man!
no, I haven't finished.
Oh
Well,
God, more
yeah,
people need to
I
play
think I got
Persona.
to the fifth palace. I think I got to the fifth palace, and that's when I helped. And then I hopped on to Destiny 2.
Ah, come on.
Yeah, so I will finish it. I will finish it someday.
Yeah,
I will
man.
get to
Did
it.
your brother finish it though, right? Did your brother play it?
No,
Okay.
brother didn't play.
He's still playing
Yeah, I don't know
Monster
what.
Hunter, I bet.
I don't know what he's playing at the moment. I think he's taken his PlayStation 3 console and he's playing some old games in that. So yeah.
Okay, well, respect to that.
Yeah.
I could never go back.
You guys looking forward to PlayStation 5?
Of course, man. I mean,
Oh
no, it's that's
yeah.
why I like. Guys, you know what? Just going into the next topic about we'll talk about Gamescom.
Oh, yeah, Gamescom. Yeah.
Like Noah is excited about the PS5 news or whatever we'll see at Gamescom.
Yeah.
So, if anybody listening to this doesn't know what Gamescom is, Gamescom usually happen in Germany. It was like the E3 for Europe, but it was much more bigger in like how many people they got into the event. Because if I remember correctly, there was 2 days for press, and the last 3 days were for all fans who could go in and try the games out. This year, of course, it's different. And so what is his name? Jeff Keighley. He does the Game Awards. He runs the Game Awards, but he's also started doing something last year, what was the Gamescom opening night live. So he basically hosts, gets the games in here. He's been in the industry for many years. Like he's the veteran of veterans. He's been covering games like for decades now. So yeah, he's doing this event, but it's of course going to be different. He's going to be doing it from his home, Los Angeles. Now I'm not sure if it's going to be like the PS5 event or the Xbox event that Xbox just had, where they showed the Halo Infinite and stuff. But it's going to be 2 hours long, and there's going to be a 30-minute preview before the main show begins. He said there's going to be 38 games, but not all of them are new, but they're just going to be showing more about the games we've already seen. he said there's gonna be some world premieres. I don't know if that means we're gonna be seeing new games or we're just gonna be seeing new trailers of games we already know about. The things confirmed so far is he said we're gonna be seeing more of Ratchet and Clank, the PS5 demo they showed in the PS5 event, but it's gonna be uncut. It's gonna be the long whole gameplay, and then he's also going to talk to the devs after the demo. So I think it's going to be much more of him showing games, showing a bunch of games, and maybe showing a demo. Then he'll like talk to the devs about the demo. So it's going to be much more different than, you know, your usual show of games. So, you know, like, and it's 2 hours long. So it's like a long show. So it's probably going to be showing all kinds of things. This is going to happen Thursday in the States. So, but for Fiji, it's going to be Friday at 6
Friday.
a.m. Yeah, Friday at 6 a.m. morning. It's going to be at early morning if you're interested in catching it. So yeah, it's I'm pretty sure by the time this post we've already watched it and it's already finished. So but anyway, like actually I'm gonna throw it to Nathan. Nathan, do you think like Xbox gonna show anything?
Interesting question. I have no idea. I have a feeling they would, because of just how quiet they've been ever since the Xbox event. Yeah, I think they have a lot more to show
Yeah,
because
they kind of,
yeah,
hopefully
I
more
feel like
medium,
they're
right?
lacking.
Hopefully they show more of the medium game, maybe a longer demo of how everything works, because I think medium is still their most interesting game now, since Halo has moved, and I'm pretty sure they won't show Halo for a long time unless they like will know it's ready and they wanna ship it out. Well, some games that are coming for Xbox are the by Dotnod. Do you guys know Life is Strange? Have you heard about that game, Life is Strange? So they're
Yeah,
doing a
uh,
new game called Tell Me Why. It's an Xbox exclusive. So I think that is coming out later next month. I think they probably might show something of that. Battletoads, I think they just released, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is out. Oh yeah, Nathan, you were actually excited about Microsoft Flight Simulator. I played some of it. Noe,
Oh,
did you download and play it or no?
Nah,
No.
I couldn't.
Huge file, right? It took me some time too, man. Whew.
yeah. How do you
Uh,
like it?
poof. I liked it. It was very confusing. Though, man, the controls, they're like
Right.
press numpad 6 to go left,
Do you
go
use
right.
a controller to game or just mouse and
Oh
keyboard?
no, I was using mouse and keyboard. You know what? I probably should have tried the controller. But from what I played, it looks like a lot of love was put in, and
Mm.
they're using some interesting streaming technology instead of them rendering the game just rendering all the environments. They're actually streaming online. If you have a good internet connection, they just stream the assets in while you're playing. I played some of the city areas. I've also seen a lot of screenshots of people playing who are definitely much more better at the game than me. The game looks really beautiful. Uh, I don't know, man. It's not on X. The thing is, it's just only on PC right now. They probably put it on Xbox Series X in the future. But it's not a game for everyone. But the people who do like simulators or like especially flight simulators, I think it's like the best thing they'll get for a long time. I think
Yeah.
Sobo Studios did a really good job, and it's interesting. Like it's a very interesting, different kind of game from Xbox. So yeah, what about you, Nathan? I know you've played it at a friend's house and like tried to play it on your PC as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I played at my friend's house. He's got like wouldn't say like a full setup, but he's got like most of the controls, control column with the rudders and the throttle control.
Oh, okay,
So
so it's
yeah,
got that
it's
setup.
really, yeah, it's really like hands-on. And yeah, because I mean, like, I actually fly as well, so it's really like it's pretty close to actual flight, I must say, in terms of like the feel, like the mechanics and everything. It's really like they really did a good job with this. And yeah, like I'm hoping to like uh get a better graphics card so that I can like play to its full potential.
Of
Yeah, at
course,
the
and
moment I only have just a Logitech joystick, so
uh,
yeah, that'll be good for like maybe flying the Airbus or something. But yeah, like at my friend's place, it really looked good. Obviously, like he suffered from like graphic limitations as well, but like yeah, I can only imagine like what it's like playing to its at its full potential. Like
of course, yeah, because the scope is the scope is literally the planet Earth. Like you can, chart a course from Los Angeles to Australia. Like it's just like when you go to the free flight, you can like literally see the whole planet Earth and all the airports that you can visit, and
every single one, man,
yeah, and
it's crazy.
you choose your plane or whatever plane you want, and then you just start and you take off and you fly where you need to go. Being in the cockpit, it's graphically, it looks very real, almost surreal. You have all the buttons, all the controls. I think the most difficult thing is, as Nathan said, he flies, so he's familiar. But if you are a newcomer, it will take you some time. But the game has a lot of tutorials for you. If you don't know, it will take some time to learn, but they'll teach you, I think, pretty well. Just gotta take some time to get used to the controls and whatever controls you're using. Interesting. It's not an odd on Xbox, which I wonder why, but it's probably because they can't run it.
I think it was good that they released it on PC first.
Oh yeah,
Just allows like yeah people with all the different types of controls to like use it to its full potential. I'm not even sure how that's going to work with a console. Yeah, so like with PC it makes more sense. And yeah,
yeah,
just the fact that there's like so much graphic limitations, like you can imagine like how it's going to perform
of course.
on the Xbox One or even the Series X when it comes out. But
Yeah.
rumor has it that when the Series X comes out, that's when they'll release it on Xbox. Nothing
Mm.
confirmed though.
While we're on the topic of Xbox, there were some rumors this past week that Halo Infinite is gonna be delayed to 2022, and that they're going to be cutting off support for Xbox One consoles. But I think just like literally today, 343 shut down those rumors. They're like still committed. 2021 still aiming for it, and they're still gonna be releasing on all Xbox systems from past gen and the new gen that's about to arrive this November. So another thing, they also confirmed that November is the month that they will be releasing the new Xbox Series X, and I'm thinking obviously PlayStation 5 will also release in November, but probably just be like a week or 2 weeks apart from each other. So as we were talking before today, Noe, you were like really excited for Gamescom. So like, like, what are you excited about? Like, what are you hoping to see?
I just more PS5 news, man. I mean, especially Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank that I was looking forward to. Like, I just want to see it, in action, like really see it uncut.
It probably looks like it's the only next gen game besides the Medium that like shows, oh man, like this looks
Shows,
like
yeah,
next
yeah.
gen, like this looks like
Not
actual
only the
next
look,
gen.
not only the look, but also the speed of the
Yeah,
SSD. What
the
they're always boasting about. It's always about the speed.
oh, yeah.
So it's that, that's
Like from what they showed at the PS5 event a few months ago, it was like just Ratchet and Clank just jumping through these walls in a
yeah,
matter of seconds, loading in different crazy environments like a
yeah.
pirate ship, then in like a city like with flying cars. Yeah, so we are gonna get a deeper look into that. What I'm also hoping for is maybe we see the Spider-Man game, the Miles Morales, because they never showed much gameplay of that one.
Yeah, because you'd expect like Ratchet
Yeah,
and Clank to be much later in. I mean, because Miles, Spider-Man is a launch title, so we should expect to see
it's close. I
more.
mean,
Yeah,
September is just few days away, and then
Exactly.
November is 2 months away. So like, when are we getting the price? When are we seeing the games? Another interesting thing was the Dark Souls remake was rated. Like, once you get rated, it means it's releases
Yep.
soon. So
Exactly.
there's more, like, I guess, evidence that saying that the Dark Souls remake from Blue Point Games that's coming is going to be a launch title. So
Yeah.
I think having a launch title with the Spider-Man and Dark Souls is a strong first party lineup. And the Ratchet and Clank, they have not talked about at all, but I don't think it's going to be launch. I think it might be launch window, maybe just like a month
Yeah. Launch
late
window.
or
Yep.
2 months late. But I think that's if that's true, then a very strong lineup for the PlayStation 5 in that regard. Uh, Man, we're so close to the end of the year. It's like major games coming out. Some I can think of from just personal interest would be Watch Dogs Legion. That's like a big Ubisoft game. Any
Yeah.
interest?
That was from last year's Gamescom too, eh?
Yeah,
The Legion.
it got
He was
delayed. It
yeah.
got delayed this year. It was supposed to come out in March, but they pushed it way back because of a lot of things happened with Ghost
Yeah.
Recon Breakpoint and all that stuff. Watch Dogs Legions. Then Ubisoft also has Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming out stupidly 3 days before Cyberpunk. And as Ravi said, like Destiny 2 is having the Destiny new season coming out also in November. So November is like really packed, man. Like and
Okay.
Destiny 2 is also gonna be moving to the new gen consoles as well. So like a lot of interesting things happening in November, and then once the new consoles are out, people are just gonna throw out the old gen, and it's just gonna be, oh, what's next? What are we getting next year? The console wars starts up again. Oh man. So yeah, I mean, Gamescom gonna be 2 hours long. No idea yet, but Jeff, only thing Jeff has said is we're gonna be seeing the season 2 of Fall Guys. That's he has like confirmed, and the Ratchet and Clank thing he confirmed today. He'll probably throw some new things. Oh, the Call of Duty reveal is a day before Gamescom. I think it's tomorrow, right? Oh yeah, it is
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. The new Call of Duty. We find out what it looks like tomorrow, and
Yep.
maybe we get more gameplay on Opening Night Live. I think they timed
Yep.
it perfectly, so I'm guessing we'll see more gameplay at Opening Night Live. Ravi, you still play Call of Duty, or you've given up?
I've given up, man. It's too much data, man. Every time 10 GB update, 11 GB update. When
Same,
is it gonna
man.
stop, man? It's like I said, okay, now I have to borrow it from, someone to give me a.
Just share the files. I know.
Yeah.
I was like updating a lot of things, and I haven't been gaming as much, but I was downloading some free stuff from the Epic Game Store. I was like, I want to just, since I'm free right now, I don't have a game that I'm totally focused on. I can jump around. So I open my Blizzard launcher on my PC, and immediately Call of Duty has started a download. It's 54 GB. I was like, pause. I will leave that there. And then the next day I go to Facebook and go to the local gaming group, and again, like, somebody's posted, hey, there's a new update out, 11 GB on the. We're like, there's another update on the update I saw yesterday. Okay, cool. So I am pretty sure by this weekend I'm just gonna uninstall COD after seeing the new COD. I'll be like, you know what? I'm excited for that. Time to clear up some space on my SSD because it's taking all that space, man. I'm
In the
afraid to
history of
look.
Mac, like in history of gaming, I've never seen a game that takes so much data to play.
Same.
It's
Like,
insane.
like the previous game before this, I saw it took so much data. I was like, wow. It was the first game, actually. It was
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15. After all the DLCs and all the updates they had, like, it reached to around 99 GB. And this
Yeah.
was before like Red Dead Redemption and all the 100
Yeah.
GB
Yeah.
games
Yeah.
that started coming out, right? So when that first happened, I was like, wow, like, oh man, this game is huge. And then God was like, hold my beers and I'll hold the other beer in the other hand. And then I know what I'm gonna be bringing a whole keg. All this keg too.
Yeah. Take a whole ton of kegs.
Man, it's crazy, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited about the new COD. It's gonna be Black
Yep.
Ops set in the Cold War. I think
Mm.
the like 80s and the 60s, all those like those time periods are so cool. I think it was like a different time, and like all the war stuff was so different because we've seen a lot of World War I and World War II now, but
Mm.
the 80s and the
Uh,
60s, all that so different. We don't have much of
And
that.
Black Ops is always been known for like a better campaign than
Mm.
Modern Warfare.
Black Ops was highly loved. Like I think
Yep.
after Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I think Black Ops was the next game after some time that people really liked, and probably the last game people liked until the recent
Yep.
Modern Warfare that just came out. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they knock it out of the park. They you probably feel the same, but just it's like same but different, same but good different. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be exciting. No, it's we're also starved for gaming news because this year has just took out E3, took out so many big events, so many game delays, so many games we probably still don't know about that we should have known about right now, but they just
Yep.
had to push it back because they were like, we can't make it. I mean, like Halo Infinite, such a big game got delayed, and if Cyberpunk gets delayed, I hate this year officially. Like I will officially be done with this year. Like Cyberpunk
True, man.
Cyberpunk needs to come out. I'm like so excited, but like I have to keep myself from getting overboard. Start watching all the videos, start watching gameplay videos, like getting all overhyped in myself because two delays, and that's kind of taking it out of me. So the next time I'm gonna see this game is when they're like, it's releasing tomorrow. Like you can download the game right now. It's coming out tomorrow. That's when I'll be fulfilled. Okay, it's happening before I like.
Man, I'm like you said, Mac. Like, there's so much games coming out in November. I'm like, how are we gonna juggle those, man?
Yeah, like for example, like I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I was looking forward to the next Assassin's Creed for since 2 years. But like, I'll have to skip on Assassin's Creed Valhalla because it's just not possible because I won't be able to buy both games and enjoy both games. So
Mhm.
I'm like, I have to pick Cyberpunk over Assassin's Creed, and that's not to say that's in November, right? So, for example, what if the
Yeah.
PS5 launches a week before Cyberpunk does, or a week after, and then you got like Spider-Man and all the new games that might be coming out. So it's a scary and an exciting time to be a gamer. So, unless you're an Xbox, so that's what, like, whatever.
Yeah, okay, you're cool.
Oh man, like I mean, Nathan, like I mean, you said Nathan has said before on the first episode that he's mainly been a Halo guy for like as long as he can remember, and with Halo being being pushed back, like how you probably are you like still excited for the next gen, or are you now a little bit less like lukewarm on it?
I mean, they've like taken away one of the main reasons that like people would be pre-ordering the next console, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's given me more reason just to like hold back on like getting a Series X, and just seeing like, just being just cautious about, okay, like day one release and all the problems that it's gonna come out with, like hardware and stuff. Hopefully none of that, for both
Mm-hmm.
consoles, everything like launches perfectly. But yeah, for me, definitely, like I said, I was already double-minded about getting the Series X on launch. This kind of just seals the deal for that.
Seal the deals, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to like move towards PC anyway. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
Move to
there's
also
just
PlayStation.
no incentive, right? Sorry, no, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was telling Nate, move to PlayStation.
Um, like Nathan, like if, for example, if you really do get into PC, right, and then you have your good PC and if you build it up, like honestly, having like a PlayStation and PC combo is like it's like perfect. Like I've for this past 2 years, I've had such a good balance of playing PC games and playing on my PlayStation 4. It's like having the best of both worlds, honestly. And if PlayStation ever starts releasing their games on PC, it's done. I'm gonna PC only. Like it's like I hope for that future. I got no brand loyalty, man. It's like whatever plays best on what device. Like I wanna be on that on it. And
Right.
no, I wish a console also played all the games. If it was a console that had all the games, I would jump to that console. So
Yeah, it's all up where the games are.
yeah, exactly. No, it's where all the games are.
Hey, Mac.
Yeah.
Mac and Nathan, have you guys finished the remastered version of Halo?
Oh no,
Well, 1, 2, 3.
I have to. I've been
Oh.
so busy. I mean, Nathan's played it on Legendary probably a lot of
Yeah,
times, but we
on-
haven't played together though.
I've completed it on Xbox, like because this is just the PC port, right? That just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Less than a year now.
and it's not fully
So,
done. Like I don't think
Yeah.
Halo 4 is on there.
Halo
yet.
4 is the last one.
Yeah.
So that's all that's left to come
Halo
out.
is Halo 5 also.
Technically, Halo 5 is on PC, but just the multiplayer. Not matchmaking though. Sadly, it's just like custom games, so you can jump in together with your
Oh.
friends. and
So
stuff.
not fully out. Yeah. So it's like the PC one's not done. I know Ravi, you played right through the Halo ones.
Yeah, I finished Halo 1, 2, and what was the other one?
Oh.
3.
And then Halo,
On
I'm on
PC.
Halo. Yeah, on PC. Yeah, I'm on Halo 3. I haven't finished it yet.
You finished
But,
Reach.
Okay,
You
cool.
finished Reach, right?
Yeah, I finished Reach. Yeah, I finished Reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should give it a go then. I'll get your gamer tag after this.
Yeah. Oh, you asked me long before, and then I started playing Destiny. So I'll catch a rain check on that show.
This guy, man, this guy. I'm very surprised he didn't. If he didn't like get onto Ghost of Tsushima, like I was like, this guy either is really busy with personal life or getting married, or he is back on Destiny. And it was Destiny 2.
Yeah, I see Mac message me. Hey, you back on Destiny? Club online.
Anytime I turn on my PC, it just like Steam just pops up on the corner of my screen. Ravi just started Destiny 2. I was like, oh, this guy's someone needs to do like an intervention or something. This guy gonna drop dead playing Destiny.
Yeah, I'll be like, hi, my name is Ravi. I'm a Destiny 2 game section.
Oh God. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, let's actually start to wrap up the show. I just wanted to talk about the games that were shown at the DC event. So we saw 2 games. At least 2 games that I care about was the Batman Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. The Suicide Kill the Justice League is by Rocksteady. They did all the previous Arkham games besides Origins, and Batman Gotham Knights is done by the devs that did do Batman Arkham Origins. That is the WB Montreal Studios. So the Rocksteady has been like, they released Arkham Knight like 2015, right? And since then they've been like quiet, like they haven't showed anything. And now 5 years later they just announced the Suicide game, but it was all CG and it's coming in 2022. So it's gonna make it 7 years since they've like released a game, which is so, I mean, I personally think it's such a waste that they have gone so long without releasing a game. But I know that they had a Superman game in the plan, but they like Warner Brothers just canceled it. They were like, Superman won't sell, so they probably had a few canceled projects in between. But from what we've seen from Suicide Squad and what they've said, Suicide Squad is a 4-player open world co-op game. They showed Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, Killer Shark, and sorry, not Killer Shark. What's his name? King Shark. Sorry, King Shark, and the last one was Deadshot. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Deadshot. And they're saying it's a continuation of the Arkhamverse, which is the Batman Arkham games, which is also met with some criticisms because in the Batman Arkham games, Deadshot was a white guy, and in this one, Deadshot was a black guy. And and in the Arkham games, Batman also died in Arkham Knight. Well, potentially he like killed the Bruce Wayne persona and like became Batman. Like he killed his Bruce Wayne persona. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Yes, before I said it was just a CG trailer, so we don't get to see much besides I think they showed, it felt very like Sunset Overdrive. If you remember Sunset Overdrive by Insomniac Games, it felt so like they did such Sunset Overdrive vibes throughout the trailer, like them jumping and zipping around the city, killing this cartoonish humor too, and the cartoonish enemies that they were beating up. Man, I just hope it's not like Avengers that's coming out next month.
Oh man,
why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do
that? I mean, it's being Rocksteady. I have a lot of faith in Rocksteady because Rocksteady has made some of my favorite games, man. The Batman Arkham games, man, I was so like into those because I'm a big Batman fan since the animated series from when I was really young. So growing up with Batman in the Batman games was when actually superhero games were like, before superhero games used to be so lame, like based on the movies, they played like crap and it was so buggy. And when Batman Arkham Asylum came out, it was like, oh my, finally like a good superhero game. And then they made 4 more of those. And, as I said, not much to talk about. We've seen some things. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure we'll see much more next year. And the other game was Batman Gotham Knight. And in this one, it's a new universe, nothing connected to anything else. The trailer shows that Batman is dead and he leaves the Robin, Red Hood, Nightwing, and Batgirl a video saying that he is dead and that now they have to protect Gotham. And basically that's the gist of it. Story-wise, they showed the Court of Owls. So I'm excited for this game, but I'm also kind of pissed because they're doing the Court of Owls storyline without Batman, which also makes me think that Batman is not dead. And this is like a very nerdy thing. I'm pretty sure all of you are so confused. So when DC Comics did this Court of Owls storyline, it basically was that this was a secret organization in Gotham that had been controlling Gotham for like years and years. And like Bruce, Batman's parents were actually part of the Court of Owls. And if I remember correctly, the Court of Owls were also the reason his parents died. So it's a really emotional story and very personal story for Batman. So it's kind of weird they're doing a story where Batman is dead. You're playing as his proteges, but also doing this God of Owls storyline. In any case, it's like a open world RPG with 2-player co-op, which is so different. All the enemies, this actually looks more like Avengers than anything else because like enemies have levels above their head, they have health bars. You hit them and numbers pop out like 200 damage, 500 damage. So it's kind of I don't want to judge it before I played, of course, as I played Avengers and I was like, yep, this is what I thought and I don't like it. I hope it's not the same thing with Gotham Knights. I really hope it's not the same thing with Gotham Knights. So have you guys checked out the trailers by any chance?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, Ravi, like tell me, like, what did you think of the Gotham Knights?
Well, I saw just a minute or 2 of it, but hoping for good things. Let's see.
Yeah, it really looked really beautiful because they had like a CG in the front, but they also showed like a lengthy gameplay trailer afterwards. What about you, Noah? What did you think of it?
Yeah, I really like the like where they're going with the game with the whole co-op thing, like how you could pair up with it's always with four.
Oh no,
If
there's
it's not four,
Gotham
is it
Knights
four?
is two. Gotham Knights is just two-player co-op.
Oh, two-player
Yeah,
co-op. Oh, okay.
yeah. Which is weird,
If
right?
you're if yeah, exactly.
It's hard to keep up with all this DC stuff releasing, you know. It's like
which is actually funny because DC hasn't released a game in so long. Like the last one
really,
was Arkham Knight, and if you disregard the Batman Lego games, probably the last game was actually Injustice 2 that DC released, which was by sorry, what's the Mortal Kombat devs? Ninja Theory, right? Or no? I'm NetherRealm Studios. NetherRealms, brain fart. NetherRealms makes Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and I think Injustice 2 was the last proper DC game that we had, and that came out 2017, I think. So it's so it's been a while since we've got a DC game, and it's gonna be like now 4 years since Gotham Knights releases in 2021. So. Interesting. I was honestly hoping for a Superman game by now. I would kill for a Superman game.
Me too. I'm like, why are they not making a Superman game? Man?
Apparently, Warner Brothers thinks Superman is too boring for the generation.
Because it's like you could already tell like where they're coming from. Because all you do is just fly. There's no like how are you gonna put that into gameplay mechanics?
Oh man,
you know?
I mean they made Superman evil. They made Superman evil in so many things. Like Batman vs Superman, they were doing this. Oh man, is Superman evil? Injustice 2, Superman is like actually evil.
Yeah.
And now Suicide Squad, Superman just like fries a guy in the trailer and is like, oh, Superman's evil again. Gotta kill him. I know, man. I am a Batman fan, but I'm a really big Superman fan too, because the reason I like Superman is because I like Clark Kent a lot more than I like Superman. And I think there's Superman can be such an interesting character, and the thing about Superman is not like how hard he can punch. It's like the choices he has to make, because he can literally save anybody he wants on the planet, but the thing is he can't, because he can't be in two places at one time. And I think that's one of the biggest difference between him, because people always say, oh, he's too strong, how are they gonna make it in a game? And it's definitely gonna be challenging. I'm not a game developer. Like if somebody can say make a Superman game, I'd be like, okay, I'm out. Like nothing. So I mean, I hope I'm just being like I'm basically being an annoying fanboy right now, but I was really hoping Rocksteady could have made their Superman game that they wanted. Warner Brothers always has been, controlling and very, very like restricted in some sense. And Warner Brothers
isn't that why they're making that new the Snyder's Cut? Was it?
Oh yeah, they're making the new Snyder's. Yeah, HBO
Have you guys seen the trailer? Have you guys seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now,
finally.
When I saw the first few minutes, I was like, damn, is that Darkseid? Like, I was like blown away. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. He's a bloody spear or something. I'm like, okay, let's see how it goes.
We'll see.
It's not the Darkseid we know.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking he'll have his hands behind his back and using his Omega beam. Nope.
Yeah, the Omega beam's right. He doesn't have it, right?
Speaking a little bit more about the Justice League reveal, apparently it's gonna be 4 hours, and it's not gonna be a movie. It's gonna be 4 episodes.
What?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a mini series. From what I read initially, the trailer had the song Hallelujah.
Oh shit! yeah.
Oh, and I have lots of things to say, and I'll say it. I'm gonna be doing a show with Renee and Chris again. We're gonna be talking about the DC movies and stuff, next week. So I have a lot of things to say about. I'm really excited. Did you guys see the Batman trailer?
Oh yeah, we did. I have, yeah. Well, Robert Pattinson one.
Robert Pattinson one. I mean, when they cast him, everybody was like, "What, the Twilight guy?" and all of that stuff. But I think,
How's it that, sorry, Mac. I was like thinking, why did they put Robert Pattinson? He's so skinny. Like, how would he like, image of Batman? And then I was like,
yeah,
he fits into the category of Nightwing, but let's see
I
how it
that's
picks up.
what I actually when I shared it on my Facebook, I was like, "Man, Robert Pattinson could pull off a great Nightwing becoming the Batman."
All
'Cause,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
it's like the movie side. I think DC is getting a bit exciting. Besides the Snyder cut, I think all that stuff. I
You know,
needed to die so we
yeah.
can actually move
Mac,
on. Yeah.
Mac, do you remember the scene where the fight scene where like Robert Pattinson is beating up this Joker thug?
Yeah.
Yeah, all I could think about is he's smashing the XXX triangle or something.
Oh, okay. Because one of the
Because
best
I
things
played like Arkham Knight and
because
stuff,
one of the
and
best
then
things I do love over the Batman games, because Batman was so damn brutal, man. You'll be breaking bones and like Batman's always like, I won't kill, right? But I will give this man a concussion and permanent brain damage
permanent
instead.
brain damage. Yeah, I remember that
Like, I will not kill, but I will paralyze you.
scene. I
So
remember
yeah.
parents was like, "What's wrong with you?"
uh, but that's great, man. I have so much faith in Matt Reeves, the director, because before he even cast anybody, before he was just announced this was gonna be directing the new Batman. He talked about so much love and lore, and like he's just like he's like a big fan. And like after watching the trailer, they only have shot about 25% of the film, because when COVID happened, they had to shut down production. And
Hmm.
like that was just the first 25 minutes, but they made such a they made a hype trailer. Basically, they showed everything you wanted. You saw the suit, you saw James Gordon, you saw Batman, and that's all you needed to see. And they threw down the mystery of Riddler and whatever. So yeah,
Mm.
the DC fandom event was actually pretty decent. Yeah, nice, man. Okay, so I think we are almost close to the 1 hour mark, so I'll start to wrap up the show. I had a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm very sorry, Nate. Nathan was a bit quiet this episode because we couldn't
It's
cover
fine.
much. But thanks for being here, Nathan. Thanks for partaking. Because Nathan was actually a last minute addition, and Nitz was supposed to join us, but he couldn't because of some family commitments. So hopefully we'll have him next time. I don't know,
Call
man.
of Duty.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Nitz and Noah in the same episode, but something's weird. Something's going on.
So there's always a switch.
There's always a switch. But anyway, like, yeah, you know what? Thanks for joining us, whoever's watching or listening. Like, share, and subscribe our channel. We've been seeing a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people are taking interest. I'm like so happy about it. If you want to be on these shows, just hit me up on our Facebook page, or just leave a comment down in the YouTube, whatever. I'm sharing it locally, sharing it on Twitter. I'm putting this actually the first episode of this podcast is actually I just got it onto Spotify. The first episode on Spotify. No, Spotify is not very I don't think you can use it in Fiji, but hopefully any overseas users out there can get their hands on the episode over there. I'm going to be putting it on other podcast episodes. It's taking me some time because it's a bit confusing since this is the first time I'm doing it, so please bear with me. As we were saying, actually, I was thinking of setting up this channel for streaming also. So I might actually stream the Halo with Nathan here on this channel on YouTube, or I might just do it through the Facebook page. I'll once that all is set up, I'll give more information out. So yeah, I mean, other than that, the support has been amazing. I hope you keep supporting us. Please share with your friends. They're going to be doing more of these episodes every week, hopefully for the foreseeable future. And I want to thank my guest, Ravi. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope to have you on again. Noe, Nathan,
For
thank you very
sure. Yeah.
much too. Before, and if you need to find these guys, I'll put whatever the gamer tags, whatever else in the description below. All the important links are also going to be in the description below on our YouTube channel. And before I leave, I'll just want to say thank you and goodbye.